nearly every time. Yeah, quick foul away here this quarter.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul.
And here is Tatum. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And I really like how fast Tatum gets off the ground. Dunking comes easily, but he's got that forceful mind to pursue the ball.
And Redick kicks to Embiid. Off the pick. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Horford.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and the dunk caps it off.
Yeah, run your offense with that kind of precision. Not much anyone can do to stop it.
And for the Sixers, a lot of missed rookie seasons over the years. First Nerlens Noel, then Joel Embiid, now Ben Simmons.
Yeah, but in many cases, I think they drafted them knowing they might be out of commission for a while. Still, I think the Philly fans probably hope not to hear the phrase foot fracture.
Oh, goodness. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Brown outside. To the paint. Here's Irving. And the rejection by Embiid. Simmons passes to Embiid. He gets it in there. Embiid's got 7 points in the game.
Boy, that makes them 4 out of 5 to start this thing. They're finding very good shots early on.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. And the Celtics free throw attempt differential, one thing to work on. Their opponents average about 2 more free throw attempts per game.
Right. Fortunately for the Celtics, though, they might not take a ton of free throws, but they shot an excellent percentage. So that gap in free throws made significantly smaller because of their quality shooting.
To stop the run, Morris dishes to Horford. Back to Morris. Horford attacking. Another shot. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. The 76ers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Here's Simmons. Lays it up off the glass.
And not just sustaining the lead, they're adding to it.
Right, and this is precisely what you want to do. Build up the lead and keep the pressure on.
Irving against Simmons. Irving kicks to Tatum. Wants to get it to Irving and does. Got a piece of it.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that.
A second chance effort. Embiid, no good. Celtics trail by 9.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Tatum. Good on the baseline, Jay.
Tatum showing consistency now from the mid-range, and when he has space to shoot it, he does not hesitate even for a second.
And the wide open shot from Redick, and he can't extend the lead to double digits. Redick against Brown. Horford kicks to Tatum. The kick out to Irving. Brown outside. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Well, you've got to get out on Jaylen Brown now. This is a young man who has shown great strides in improving his perimeter game.
And the 76ers decide to take their first timeout here. And Doris, as great as Al Horford is as a player, he might be even a better leader.
Well, he's a pro's pro. Al Horford is a guy who entered the league with great work habits and great skill. More than anything to me, though, it's his poise and calm demeanor under pressure that gives his teammates a ton of confidence.
And nobody up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Yeah, they but he had a surprise for them.
Knocked loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. .105 left here in the first quarter. Irving kicks to Horford. Launches a three. Kept alive by Boston.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
Irving with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. There's Brown with the three. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Screen by Sharch. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Embiid, no good. Here's Tatum. Now the dish to Horford. And a dunk by Horford.
Kev, how about Al Horford with the power slam? That's a message right there.
Covington. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils.
I think I'll forever be associated.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
And listen, I have the utmost respect for JJ and Coach K and what they've done there. And then listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and having gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been. Kev, I think it's about where he's going and what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Tough defense throughout that first period, and it's really paying dividends.
Well, I think there's a level of physicality with them right now and not allowing the opponent to feel comfortable getting into their heads just a bit.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Boston. This is the 4 with Horford in the middle. Irving and Brown pair at the 1 and the 2. And it's Tatum in at the small forward position. Celtics trail by 3.
And for the Sixers, trust the process was the motto. And the process now finally bearing fruit. You see the young talent. Now it's about figuring out how all these pieces fit together.
Here's Simmons. No good off the front iron. Celtics shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Brown kicks to Horford. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And that's now 7 points for Horford. You were talking about the fits for these young Sixers. A bit of a logjam in recent seasons in their front court.
Yeah, I mean, they were in talent acquisition mode, just going for the best player available. And now as they see things taking shape, it's time to try and balance the roster.
Number 3 overall back in 2016, Jaylen Brown with a powerful build on the wing, guys. 6'7", 233 pounds. I think you need those perimeter defenders who combine quickness and strength, and he's got it.
That one drops. He ties it up. And Doris, coming out of Cal Berkeley, the knock on Brown was his shooting touch.
You know, there was such a wide variety of opinion on him in the draft. Some felt that he was a little bit of a reach, but this guy has shown promise and earning regular minutes and having some success with that three-pointer and athleticism.
And Ben Simmons, who was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU, probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
And the athleticism that Simmons has is downright unreal. Just a remarkable talent who has the potential to be one of the all-time greats.
Here's Brown. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And Greg, the Sixers want to ease him into it, but they see Ben Simmons not just as a point forward, but a point guard as well.
He's got all the ability. Think about this. The Sixers haven't had a player 6'10 or taller average over 3 assists since Wilt Chamberlain back in 1967. The second they drafted Simmons, you knew that would change.
The 76ers have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. And he can't get the first one. And he ends up missing both free throws. Of course, you talk about versatility of players, but as a broadcaster, been a courtside reporter, team analyst, a studio host, you name it. What do you prefer to do? What do you like most?
There's no question about it, Kev. The analyst role is the absolute most fun. Now, the only thing that might push that over the top is to sit beside the great Kevin Harlan.
Here's Irving. Here's Horford. The kick out to Brown. And a miss there on the triple.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Gentlemen, this guy goes from good three-point shooter to great when you give him that kind of space.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Well, J.J. Redick had quite the interesting free agency period. Greg, ultimately he signs with the 76ers on a huge 1-year, $23 million deal.
Yeah, and this is the team that wanted him. Great fit with his shooting, something that they obviously needed. And Redick had a lot of suitors, but he saw something developing with this young Philly core.
Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in. There's Sean Holmes. He's checked in for Philadelphia. T.J. McConnell comes in for Simmons. To the right side. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, that's what you want from Irving. He's a point guard who is always looking to distribute the rock.
Kept alive. Saric misses from close range.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Irving. Takes a 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Celtics ball.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Passes it to Horford. And the layup's good off the glass. Horford's got 9.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Saric passes to McConnell. It's Redick on the wing, trying to find Holmes. Gets it to him. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Celtics with the lead. Irving kicks to Horford. Somehow misses the one-handed flush.
Amazing tenacity attacking the basket, and I'm sure he won't miss that next time.
The shot by Saric, no good. Boston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Irving kicks to Smart. Pick by Horford. 6 to shoot. Outside Irving. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics. Terry Rozier comes in for Kyrie Irving. And then for Philadelphia, Okafor comes in for Rashawn Holmes. And Amir Johnson subbed in for Saric. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
And you can see he thought he had a little more room on that sideline and got squeezed out of bounds. That one could have been avoided.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half of basketball. The shot's good from Bayless.
Well, you like the way Amir Johnson screens for his teammates. Terrific using his body to create space for his guys.
Smart kicks to Baines. 1 second left. Good, and Smart gets the assist. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Celtics leading by just 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think of your team's energy in the first half?
I think the energy's fine.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. Out in front at the half is Boston. They lead by 1. Kenny?
Well, I think they're feeling the energy of this hometown crowd. Sometimes you get a little complacent and comfortable in your surroundings, but no, they fed off adrenaline in the first half.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Philadelphia?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
That's it for now as the second half.
And as we return, we get a look at the Boston skyline. Those drone cameras are really something. Boston shooting a mediocre 41% in this one.
Well, obviously a notable improvement for the Boston Celtics last season on the offensive end. Their shooting percentages pretty much up across the board.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. Amir Johnson is out there with Joel Embiid, and it's Jared Bayless, and it's T.J. McConnell, and it's Luwawu in at the 3 slot. Now Irving, and here's Brown outside, and it's McConnell with the rebound. And when you look at the offensive improvement for the Celtics, Doris, last season, what do you attribute that to?
Well, I think a number of things went into that, Kev, but the acquisition of Al Horford was crucial. This guy finished second on the team in assists, and he is also an excellent shooter. So he was able to affect winning with both his passing and his scoring ability.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Horford against Johnson. Morris inside. And the rejection by Embiid.
They've got to start working for better shots. Just 1 for 4 in the second half so far.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. On defense, Boston. A 2-point game. Kicks to Johnson. It's stolen by Morris. Outside Irving. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Dishes to Horford. Over in the corner, Brown. Shot clock at 5. Boston, no good that time either.
You know, coming out of the break, you want a fast start. They go 1 for 5.
Bayless dishes to Embiid. Over Horford. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Celtics have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Irving kicks to Horford. There's a screen. He feeds it to Tatum. Round down low. Bayless covering. That one good for 2. Brown's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics.
Oh, how about Jaylen Brown showing us his touchdown low? Skilled at getting high percentage shots in the paint.
Embiid. A reverse. Poked away. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
While some are still speculating as to why Kyrie wanted out, the reality is, and it's this case with all great players, he feels like he's good enough to be the man on a team that can contend for a championship. And you might question how he went about it, but he's basically been a pro in his approach, and now he's got the chance. And there is going to be a lot of discussion over Irving's decision to want out for a long time, and what he does the next few years may end up defining his legacy. He is all in on himself, and it could pay off huge or fizzle out.
Timeout.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, just ice cold right now from the floor. Time to regroup.
I think, Greg, they look lost and they look frustrated. Not sure how they're missing so many shots right now.
It's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here's Rozier, guarded by Simmons. Left side, Brown. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That's his first foul. The 76ers trail by 4. Off the inbound, and it's Simmons penetrating. And it's good on the way in. Simmons got 7 points in the game. Doors have talked about the evolution of the specialist, the pure 3-and-D guy, for example, who in that category are some of the best in your opinion.
Well, I'm so happy that Klay Thompson has evolved from a guy who believed coming into the NBA that he would strictly be a 3-and-D guy to a much more versatile scorer. But in today's iteration, I would have to say Danny Green won a championship for the San Antonio Spurs, doing nothing but absorbing the biggest threat on the offensive end for the opponent and then being able to make huge threes at timely opportunities. Patrick Beverley, another guy grinding it out, increasingly making shots, and of course, tenacious on-ball defender.
Here's Rozier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Inside, here's Baines. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And the Celtics franchise with the league-leading 17 NBA championships, their last in 2008.
Yeah, and with the talent and assets they possess, they might be in the hunt for banner number 18 before you know it. One of the beasts of the East, without question.
And the second free throw, good.
And really few teams in NBA history have undertaken the sort of extreme makeover the Sixers did over the last 4 years, and a lot of losing along the way, but the fans have been surprisingly supportive of the rebuilding process.
40 seconds left to play in the third. Brown outside. Here's Nader. Off target with his 3. 76ers trailing. It's Redick on the wing. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Redick's got 5 points in the quarter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Here's Rozier. for Simmons. No good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Philadelphia ahead as they end the third quarter on a 9-1 run. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
Pace of play is a big part of tonight, okay? Make sure on
We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Here's Simmons. Brown out there with Rozier. Then it's Aaron Baines. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Nader in at the 3. That's the Boston 5. Redick for 3. No good on that one. Now the Celtics take it the other way. Brown outside. He dishes it to Morris. It's stolen by Sharks. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Well, Brad Stevens started his own preseason coaching summit in Boston. This guy is clearly dedicated to his craft. He's dedicated to learning from his peers. He is always watching games from every different angle to try to learn.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He got into them pretty hard. He said, we are being way too soft in there. We need some toughness, and I need some defense. No more easy baskets. Pretty strong words, guys.
Johnson, the pass to Simmons. Back to Johnson. 4 on the clock. And it's Simmons penetrating. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Irving, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. And rumor has it Brad Stevens used to keep a pad of paper for every TV in the house to sketch plays that he saw in games.
Well, those were the old days. Now he can just text an assistant with the game and timestamp, and then he reviews a marathon edit of plays for things he can use. Oh, the beauty of technology.
And now here comes Simmons leading the break. Can't connect from short range. Boston trailing. Outside Irving, and it's all evened up. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
Guys, we know Kyrie can score from anywhere on the floor, including the mid-range.
And the 76ers call time here. And Kyrie Irving, a good playmaker. But he looks to score first, wouldn't you say, Doris?
Well, I think, Kevin, you can see with his tremendous skill level, playmaking is an area where he can be even more dynamic.
And guys, you know, you never run out of things that you can improve upon.
I think, Greg, it's important to keep that hunger, right? You're always striving to get better and to change things up.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for Smart. Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And Simmons kicks to Covington. Back to Simmons, and it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
Well, just loses his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Releases from 15, and again it's Kyrie Irving. And the Celtics lead by 2.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
I love how Simmons sets the floor. So good at spotting his teammates for high percentage shots.
Fires, high post. No good from Irving.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Took him no time at all on that one. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
Huge bucket from Kyrie. Knows how to deliver.
And he knocks down the first one. That one is no good.
Yeah, he gets them the lead at the free throw line despite the one miss.
Shot, high post. The kick out to Brown. Launches it. In the corner. Tatum with it. Hits the three-point bomb.
And Tatum's experience in these spots is starting to show. He's never been afraid to take the biggest shots.
And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's foul number 2 for him. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Celtics. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Irving against Simmons. Now here is Irving. Defense is right there. It's stolen by Sharks. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. And stolen by Tatum. Here's Irving. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And the Celtics lead by 4.
And guys, you know this. If Kyrie is in rhythm, it doesn't matter how many hands you put in his face. He's still going to drill it.
Good.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're trailing by 6. There's 1:17 left to play in the final quarter. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter of this one.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
And that one, good. And now an 8-point Boston lead.
Yeah, when Kyrie is heating up like he is here, it is must-see TV. The show is on.
Offensive rebound, Embiid. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
It's starting to look like a repeat of last night, guys. He's battling really hard out there.
Oh, he sure is. I mean, these past 2 games, his energy level has been sensational. Whether it's a putback like that or other hustle plays, he's been everywhere.
Simmons against Irving. Shoots off the screen. Brown kicks to Tatum. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. Simmons with the defensive effort. Now the 76ers with it. Fires it up. Horford with the rebound.
Well, yeah, I mean, you want to give your offense a chance, and that possession didn't do it.
Not at all, Greg. I mean, no reason for him to be taking these kinds of shots. He has only himself to blame.
At the line for the Celtics, Kyrie Irving will be at the line shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
Yeah, Irving is so versatile as a scorer. Outstanding free throw shooter, too.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
Boy, those free throws add a nice cushion to their lead.
Another miss by Philadelphia. Morris kicks to Brown. Pass to Horford. Back to Irving. Lets the 3 fly off target. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
just wanted to come out here and compete, get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and, doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. See you later.
Put that on my block. Oh, yeah. Used to want a full door. Now I want that drop. Yeah, now I do what I want. Now I do what I want.